best because we said so. That's how the internet works. You just say you're the best and then you're the best. I'm here with my brothers, Joe and John. We created this show because this is the show that we wish that we had when we were learning business, investing, and finance. How do you know their names are Joe and John? Simple. They got their names on the back of their chairs. Let's get it. You already know the Best Business Show does one thing really, really well. We're not the smartest. Maybe we are the best looking. We haven't decided yet. But we definitely have the biggest research team, and we also celebrate Fridays better than anyone else on the internet. That's because it's Summer Friday. It's always summer in Miami. And so while everyone else around the country is starting to see the sun set earlier, the hours of the day get shorter, here in Miami, it's always summer. And if it's always summer, that means you got to bring your Friday energy. And there's only one man in the world who brings Friday energy better than us.
Joe's best friend,
Mufasa. And
Mufasa.
Joe knows. Hey, there it is. John knows his moves coming.
John said if we get a 1.5K likes, he'll do this at the end.
That's Joe's move right there. Here comes John's club move. Bounce, John. Bounce with us. Here we go.
Chicken wings.
Whoop. Whoop. There's John in the club. That's on my way in. I mean, if you don't appreciate this type of energy on a Friday morning, you are dead. Look at him. Walk it out, walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. Okay. He gets real cocky at the end with the walk.
He's like, I killed it.
Like that beginning is like, oh, you want me to do it? Okay, here we go.
I love that move.
There's John's club move. If y'all ever see someone bopping in the club, that's John right there, just popping up and down. There's just something about this video that gets you real hype. All right, here's what we're going to do today. We got a whole bunch of stuff to get through. We got Will Clemente coming on at 11:40. He's going to break down on-chain metrics, the young wizard. Last week, he had to go do something this week. You know, he's big time now, but he'll be here.
We got him back.
We got him back.
Will, big time.
Yeah, Will is definitely big time now.
Big time does.
He went from Target to now he got a big job. He got a new car, and he's coming on the Best Business Show.
And then he quit school.
Well, just so you're clear, Will made it because he's on the Best Business Show. That's when he knew that he made it. It was like, damn, I'm on the Best Business Show.
I got to leave school.
What did we used to say made it? We used to say if you don't check your bank account. Right?
That's everyone knows. That's the universal time when you know that you've made it in life is when you don't have to check your bank account before you swipe your debit card. If you live in a place financially where you don't have to check your bank account before you swipe, you made it. Don't worry about it. Long story, we'll tell you later. All right, second thing is we're going to have Kyle Samani from Multicoin come on. Multicoin has probably one of the best investments in history in Solana. He's going to explain to us how this investment came together, what it is, why it works, etc., and then tell us what else they're doing over at Multicoin. So when I say it's the Best Business Show, we're serious. Before we get into today's topics, though, we got a little business that we got to do. First, go to SoFi.com/pomp. There is an ability in SoFi to invest in pre-IPO stocks before they start trading. When the bankers are investing, SoFi gets you in there too. The bankers are always doing crazy stuff. It's them and their little crony friends always get to invest at the pre-IPO price. Now you can too with SoFi. They have that pre-IPO feature. Go to SoFi.com/pomp and sign up. Then when the next pre-IPO comes up and the bankers are all running around in their suits, ties, and cologne with their slicked back hair saying, hey, I got a good one. I got a good one. You'll be right there too. And you don't have to wear cologne to do it. Speaking of cologne, the Federal Reserve has lost their minds. Let's first start out. The Federal Reserve, new world record over this week. Congratulations. Great job. Great job. Great job. Great job. New world record Federal Reserve balance sheet hitting an all-time high. We are now at $8.449 trillion. They can't stop printing. Jerome Powell and all of his buddies, they literally can't help themselves. If I drew this chart on a piece of paper, you would think I was drunk. That's what the chart looks like. It is just up and to the right, and there is no stopping them. They have the ability to create, produce, and distribute money. And boy, oh boy, is that what they are doing. $8.449 trillion, but $8.5 trillion. Remember, if we go back to 2008, 2009, the Federal Reserve's balance sheet was $900 billion. That means, you know what? We're only $500 billion away from a 10-bagger. The Federal Reserve is going to have that 10-bagger, $500 billion away from a $9 trillion. And when they hit $9 trillion, the Federal Reserve hit the 10-bagger. And I promise you, if they hit it this year, we will throw a 10-bagger party for the Federal Reserve.
They're going to throw a party.
They got tired of seeing everyone else with their 10-baggers. And we're like, let's get one of our own here.
Trust me. The Federal Reserve, there's recently controvery that they're all day trading as well as they're doing this. So they had to have an ethics review, and that maybe the central bankers shouldn't be YOLO longing options while they're literally printing to the moon. So when the Federal Reserve hits the 10-bagger, we will throw a party. We are only $500 billion away. My guess is that they have a shot at hitting it this year. New world record of the Federal Reserve balance sheet. If we go ahead and we look at the total assets and the percent change year over year, starting in 2002, here is the crazy part. So first, back in the early 2000s, we were definitely growing a little bit. You know, you had 5, 4, 2%. But from 2007 to 2008, big boy number, 150% growth in the Federal Reserve's total assets between 2007 and 2008, global financial crisis. That's when we decided, damn, we got a new tool in the toolbox. Warm up the printers. Let's go, baby. 150% growth in 2008. Now, we went minus 0.2%, 8%, 20%, minus 6%. Then 2013, 38%. Put a big boy number on the board, 11%. Then we did a little tapering. We started to go down a little bit. But you know, Corona said, let me help you. Let me help you, Federal Reserve. And when Corona struck, the Federal Reserve said, we know this playbook. We're ready to rock and roll. 76%. Huge number in 2020. 76% gain in the, or percent change in the Federal Reserve's assets in 2020. Now, some people say, 76 was only about half of what we did in 2008. True, but it was off a way bigger base. So on an aggregate basis, we printed hundreds of billions in 2008. We printed trillions, that trillionaire energy in 2020. So 76% growth in 2020, 2021. We still, imagine this, we're having 14, 15% growth from 2020, which had 76% growth. Our compound annual growth rate is off the chain over the last couple of years in the Federal Reserve balance sheet. And so if you look from 2002 to 2021, the increase in billions of dollars is 7.7 billion, or I'm sorry, a trillion, 7.7 trillion on the Fed's balance sheet. That is 1,054% growth. Now, what is hysterical is that 1,054% growth is way more than gold's up. It's way more than bonds are up. It's actually beaten most asset classes. So if you simply were just a Federal Reserve, if you could invest in the Federal Reserve's balance sheet, you did pretty well over the last 20 years or so. You absolutely killed it. And so when you start to think through what the implications of this are, well, why don't we look at the Fed's balance sheet versus the S&P 500? And man, does Wall Street absolutely love the Federal Reserve. Charlie Belilo, I believe is how you pronounce it. He's absolutely killing it. All three of these charts come from him. If you don't follow him on Twitter, highly suggest you go follow Charlie. He's all on top of this. The Fed's balance sheet has exploded. 1,054% growth since 2002. And the S&P 500 total return is 640%. The Fed is outperforming the stock market. Jerome Powell is the best investor on Wall Street. Now, the S&P 500 obviously continues to just go up and grow like a weed. It continues to go towards the moon. And so what occurs here is the stock market is serving as an inflation hedge, which is pretty nuts when you think about it. And so the S&P 500, unlikely to slow down anytime soon because the Fed's balance sheet is unlikely to slow down anytime soon. What do we think about the video game numbers that the Fed is putting up? The Fed, this is like impressive stuff here.
What was our guess a few weeks ago? Like they would get to 10 trillion? Was that
9 trillion by the end of the year?
9 by the end of the year?
I think they got a shot.
They may hit 10 next year.
They got a shot.
We need one. Come on. Listen, Biden, this is me asking you. We're friends now. Come on, help me help you. I need Biden, I need Yellen, and I need Jerome Powell. I need you guys to work together, get in a room. I need a $500 billion stimulus package. That's all I need. If you hit me with the $500 billion stimulus package, boop, over 9 trillion, we'll get the 10 bagger, we'll throw the party. So listen, if you want me to throw a party, that's what you got to do. I just need a $500 billion stimulus package. But I mean, it's pretty crazy when you really, in all seriousness, this is not.